Okay, so as you're getting started as a new ambassador, the one of the first things you want to do, and this seems like a no-brainer, but it's important to remember, is absolutely use your products consistently. Get to know and understand how to use the products that you've chosen to work for yourself, and be really consistent about using them, because you are going to be a product of the product. And when you're using them, you understand how they work. You can better help your customers and your future team members. So that's important. If you haven't already done it, take a before and after. Even if you don't need to lose weight, you'll be amazed to see that when you use Plexus, things like your skin looking better, having like brighter eyes, sometimes even people have their hair gets brighter. So you'd be amazed, even if you don't have a weight loss, just taking that before photo before you start their products, it really does make a difference. I like to say that I see girls and people that have taken Plexus for a while, and you kind of have a Plexus glow, because remember, Plexus is healthy from the inside out, and so that really shines through. So you want to do that. Number two that you want to do as you're kind of getting started is really establish a strong why. I had, when you guys were introducing yourselves, share your why, but really think about like why you're getting into it, what is motivating you, and go back, and maybe it's your children, maybe it's to be able to retire your husband, maybe it's to for me, I went from nothing, stay-at-home mom, to earning an income, and financial independence has been a huge why for me. Initially, my why was also to help pay for my daughter's dance. She's a competitive dancer, and I wanted to be able to travel with her without the financial stress of spending a lot of money when I was going out of town. So think about your why. And also it's health why. What kind of health goals do you want to accomplish, and what do you want? And maybe it's you also want to help others. So incorporate that and write your why down. And we'll talk a lot about how important it is in Plexus and really in life in general, but we'll learn this skill in Plexus. Write things down, write down goals, make daily lists, and so writing down your why is really very important, and put it in a place, maybe a bulletin board, maybe it's in your purse, wherever, someplace that you'll be reminded that you have it. So it will be the foundation for you and your business, because some days are going to be great and everybody's going to love Plexus and you're going to be super excited about what you're doing. And some days you're going to have people that are not happy or complaining, or you're just going to have those downer days. It's just the nature of any business, but this one especially. And so going back to your why will keep you motivated. And there's a good chance that people will even be negative about what you're doing. And so if you kind of put those blinders on and stay really focused on your why and staying positive and moving forward, then you're not going to get distracted by other people and other stuff. So establish that why. When you're first getting started, it's like I said, I mentioned goals. You want to be a good goal setter. It's good to set monthly goals. It's good to set weekly goals. And I think it's also important to set daily goals, or more like daily tasks. So I encourage you to do that and have a calendar that you're writing those things down. Some of the kind of the basic goals that we say are good when you're first getting started that you can look forward to are establishing 3 to 5 customers as you're getting started. 3 to 5 customers will generate enough income or enough commission to really pay for your products and give you a little bit left over. So you want to set that. You want to make sure that they're preferred customers, and I'll in a few minutes tell you the difference between a preferred and a retail customer. Initially, you want to look for 3 ambassadors to join your team. When you begin to team build, that's where the magic of this business really happens. When you get people to come on board with you and build a business with you, that's where that residual comes in. So you want to get 3 team members to work with you, and that will promote you to silver. That will give you a $100 bonus, and then we call that the power of 3. So you get your 3, and then you teach your 3 to duplicate 3. And if you can successfully duplicate that 3 down throughout your downline, you'll find that you promote very quickly in this business, and you get a very nice residual income fairly quickly. And then also, you want to when you're getting started, shoot for $500 in personal volume. That $500 that you get in personal volume will get you 25% commission. We get paid that commission on the 15th of the month. So the month of October, you get $500 in PV, and then you get paid that commission on the 15th of November. If you get less than $500, then it's a 15% commission. So you can see that there's kind of a big difference. So shoot for that 500. Very quickly, when you, there's something called auto qualification. When you signed up, you had to choose products. You pretty much, when you're auto qualified, that means you are saying, yes, I will do $100 in sales in order to earn commissions. So you may have picked products that are auto shipped that give that, so your auto qualification is on. As long as that auto qualification is turned on, yes, you earn commissions. If at any point you do not want to have that auto qualification on, that's fine. You can still be an ambassador. You can easily turn that off in your back office, but if it's turned off, then you won't earn commissions. Even if you, for example, if you had a team that was doing stuff and that auto qualification isn't on, you won't earn commissions. So just to give you an idea of what that is. Okay, so while we're kind of talking about money a little bit, I always suggest that you set up direct deposit. To me, that's the best and fastest way to get paid for your Plexus earnings. It's very easy to do that in the back office. You just put in your bank information and routing number. There are 11 different ways that we get paid. Now, that's something that your sponsor can kind of go over with you. Those 11 different ways are also listed in the catalog in the very back, so you can read through those. I won't go through them, but the most exciting way is called our Plexus Pay Points, and that is a profit sharing model. So if you just remember that, really understand what that, look into the Plexus Pay Points and the profit sharing model, because that's what makes Plexus Comp Plan so wonderful and different. It was actually designed by our CEO, so no other direct selling company has anything like it. And it's how people start making really, really great money very quickly. And it's all, and your Plexus Pay Points are based on your team. So you can think about your business kind of twofold. You're going to have customers and you're going to have a team, and your team is where the pay points come into play. Okay, so how do you kind of get started? How do you get out there and say, okay, I've got these great products. I love the products. I have a great testimony. How do I get people and tell them about it? I can tell you that almost all successful ambassadors will tell you that they primarily use Facebook to build their business. Social media is amazing in our business. It's kind of like taking a big, huge net and throwing it out there and just catching the fish. You don't know what fish are out there, but you're throwing the net and you're going to catch some. It's a lot better than using a fishing pole, which is the old style of direct sales. So Facebook is going to be great as a great tool for us. But the thing about Facebook is you have to keep it very, very personal and not salesy at all, and always really draw your audience in. Because remember, you've always been on Facebook most likely, and people have seen your kids, they've seen your dog, your favorite football team, your college, whatever it is. You still want to do all of those things. So now you're passionate about something new. So Plexus becomes a part of all of those other things. And so you always want to really make it very personal when you're posting about Plexus. And sharing your story really will generate the most interest in Plexus by when you share your own stuff. But if maybe you're just getting started, you don't have a huge story, that's fine, that's great. It even can be little things like, I woke up, I had more energy for my kids today, I love this pink drink, or I got such a good night's sleep last night, the ProBio and the Omega helped me so much. So you can really start paying attention to little things in your life that are changing. And then of course you can share other people's stories. Like for example, someone on our team, Lisa Weinkoop, has an amazing testimony about how Plexus helped her with MS and RA. And she's somebody that's kind of close to us, and she's kind of tangible and touchable. She's not just a stranger out there. So sharing testimonies like that, because you don't know who out there in Facebook land is suffering from those things. Lisa's my level 1, and honestly, I had no idea. I thought she was my chiropractor 15 years ago. I had no idea she had MS or RA until I actually reached out to her and learned that. So there's so many people out there in your kind of social media Facebook world that you don't even know what kind of health issues they have or things they're struggling with. And so by you putting it out there on Facebook, it might really change their life. And that's really the beauty of this, that we have products that really do change people's lives. It's so much more than, and I never, not to badmouth candles or makeup or anything, but it's like stuff that people need, and it changes their lives. And so don't be afraid to get bold on social media and Facebook and tell people about it, because you can really make a difference. And trust me, I know myself 20 months later, I have people coming to me and saying, oh my gosh, thank you so much. If you hadn't been bold and you hadn't posted and hadn't told me about it, I don't know where I would be right now. So you will have those stories, and those are the things that are going to keep you motivated and excited, and knowing that you absolutely are in the right place and doing the right thing and what you've been called to do. Okay, so that's Facebook. We say that, especially when you're getting started, go ahead and plan to post about Plexus 2 to 3 times a day on Facebook. I know when I first started that sound, I was like, say what? That is a lot. The reason that we do that, you guys, is because Facebook is got algorithms. So just because you put something out there 3 times doesn't mean that all 500 of your friends are going to see it 3 times. They kind of pick and choose. So the chances are, if you post 3 times, that's like all of your friends might see 1 post. Okay? They're not going to see everything you post, and that's why we say to do it 2 to 3 times a day. You will generate interest by sharing on Facebook and your stories. Many people will come to you. They'll personal message you, and they'll say, you know, Caitlin, that sounds really great. Tell me more. That's going to happen. When they do that, you're going to have to, the people start coming to you. I can tell you from experience, and also from kind of sales 101, that the follow-up is really going to be what's the most important, and how you're going to build your business. So people they're going to come to you, they're going to be interested, and then from that point, that's when it really starts. It's how you are able to follow up and how you're able to meet their needs is what's going to really get your business going and gain customers, and eventually, of course, build your team. So one of the first things you want to do when someone comes to you is you want to find out what their health goals are. That's very important, because you're in a position now where you're sort of like kind of like a health consultant, and so you want them to know that I'm trying to meet your needs, and that creates a value for what we have and what we do. So those are the questions. So ask good questions, learn their health goals, and once you learn them, if for some reason you're new and you're like, well, I don't really know what to recommend, then that's when you take it to our team page and you say, I've got this lady and she's got MS and RA and, IBS symptoms. What do you guys think I should tell her to do? That's what we're here for. And you'll have, the whole team giving you recommendations. So we're here to help in that way. So please don't be afraid to post things on our, on our team page.
Don't forget the search button at the top.
Oh, that's a good point.
That has helped me so many times.
That's true. We have on Facebook, you have a search button, so you could put something in there that says, like today someone asked about PCOS, and you could put that in the search, and then it'll pull up any time that's ever been talked about on our team page. It's on the right hand. There's also there's other pages, like ambassador support pages, like much larger group pages that Plexus ambassadors are on. And so those are really great pages to do that search for things too, because that's, you're talking about tens of thousands of people. Pretty much everything's been talked about at some point, right? Right, Carolyn?
Yeah. I was on this one page one time, and this one girl, she was obviously really new, and she was asking questions, and somebody got really upset, and they said, check the search button first.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're not going to, that happens when you're talking about so many people, from so many.
Oh, that's
certainly not going to ever happen on our team page. No. It's a much smaller group.
No, never on.
But yeah, but the search button is good. Okay, so following up. So something that will give you all of the information that you really need is called the PlexusPowerTools.com. Plexus Power, I don't know why I have a hard time saying that, PowerTools.com, okay? So if you join that, it's $10 for the entire year, and it has every document you could possibly imagine for everything. It has approved graphics that you can copy. It has form letters. It has updated product information, ingredients. So I really highly recommend that. That'll give you pretty much everything you need to get going. We also have a files section on our team page. So you can go click the files section, and it'll pull up everything that anybody from our team has thought was really helpful. So you certainly are welcome to take anything. Oh, speaking of which, anything that you see anybody post about Plexus information, you're welcome. If it's on social media, you can copy it. You don't have to ask, you just copy it. I do recommend that you look for a compliance code, because sometimes people make graphics and they don't go through compliance. if they have gone through the compliance and we know that it's on the up and up, it'll have a little number at the bottom. So you want to look for that number. And also we never claim to solve problems or heal people in any way. We never want to come across as medical professionals in any way. It's sort of like when we word things, and instead of saying Plexus will help with diabetes, it could say, Plexus may. So you just kind of change the wording a little bit, and make it more about testimonials rather than specific medical advice. So you just kind of, it's not real tricky as long as we just kind of use common sense. We just never want to get not just in trouble, but even be on a radar for the FDA to come down on us, because they have come down on some other, like the oils companies and stuff, because they've made medical claims, and we just want to keep Plexus out of hot water with the FDA, and because that's good for everybody, right? Okay, so now you've gone to Facebook, you've made your post, you've gotten health goals. So what are some other ways that you can sort of follow up and generate business? I always recommend samples. Many people want to try the pink drink before they purchase the pink drink because they think it's going to taste bad, which we all know it does not. But if you can offer samples, that's great. You can buy them in the back office. You can buy 3-day samples and 7-day samples. That, of course, could get a little pricey to do that too much. So you can also just get, you can get cards made, you can get brochures, you can use your business card, anything, and just kind of stick one slim to it. I've seen lots of people do all kinds of creative things where they've taken their business card, punched a hole through it, put some streamers on there, and wrapped a slim up to make it look pretty. So you can kind of get creative about different ways to offer samples. But that is a good way. I tend to not offer samples right at first. Well, I have been doing it lately because I've been reaching out to brand new people, but to kind of give them an opportunity to go ahead and place the order or go ahead and get involved. But if it's, you're following up 3 and 4 times and they're kind of hanging out on the fence, that might be something that you say, hey, would you like for me to send you a sample? No obligation. That sometimes helps people. And once they try it, they, usually will kind of go for it. And if you can make the investment to do a 3-day sample or a 7-day sample, maybe if it's somebody that you really, really want on board with you, they will see a difference after using the product for 3 to 7 days. So it's almost like a guarantee if you do that and make that investment in somebody. But again, you want to kind of pick and choose who you make that investment with. Okay, just remember as you're thinking about how to promote your business, how to share Plexus, just always remember, people just want to know if it can help them. I mean, that's the bottom line. They're interested in the products and they're interested in the ingredients, maybe if they're kind of those kind of people. But when it all comes down to it, they want to know, how is it going to help me? And so you can always kind of keep that in your brain as you're communicating with people. You're speaking to that. This is how it could help you. Because when it comes down, really, Plexus offers hope. And I really think that it offers hope for better health. It offers hope for weight loss. It offers hope for financial freedom. And so you're sort of the hope setter, right, guys? And so you just communicate in such a way that you speak to that hope with people. Okay, let's talk about quickly the ways to buy. So you've got people that says, yes, I'm interested in getting involved with Plexus. What do I do next? There's 3 ways to buy. You can buy as a retail customer, a preferred customer, or join as an ambassador. You want to steer people away from from buying as retail. It's the most expensive way to buy, and it's a one-time purchase. And we have a 60-day money-back guarantee. So it makes absolutely no sense for someone to only buy for 30 days. So you want to, if you've determined that you want them to be a customer, or they definitely want to be a customer, then you want to steer them towards preferred customer. It is on an auto ship, so they get their products every 30 days, but it's super easy to cancel. So you as an ambassador can call customer service, honestly, the day after they order, no obligation, no questions asked, and cancel that order. So they're not obligated at all. So you just want to reassure people if they're going to sign up as preferred, there's no contract here. You can get out of it anytime, and I'll do the dirty work for you and call customer service. Don't worry. So that's preferred. Now, you can also, someone can join as an ambassador. Now, here's the cool thing about being an ambassador. You get wholesale prices. It's like a $34.95 membership fee, and you have an opportunity to share with others. I personally think it makes a lot of sense to become an ambassador. So I try to have that conversation in the very beginning with somebody and say, this is, I'm kind of laying it out here. If you are going to, even if you're going to do these products, if you're committed to doing them for 3, 4, 5 months, okay, if you really are going to stay committed, then being an ambassador makes sense financially because it's only $34.95 wholesale pricing. What I have found happens when people many times will join as an ambassador just for the wholesale pricing, they start to kind of catch the vision after a short amount of time because they get plugged into our team pages. They get plugged into the Plexus Loop, and they start to see all of the things that Plexus helps with. And it really opens their vision up, and you'll find that those wholesale people quickly become really great business builders. And so I think that it's a good idea to have that conversation initially. And it is good to have people on your team. When you have an ambassador on your team, that we talked about those Plexus pay points for building a team, you start building that residual. So kind of, when you're presenting it, you can think about presenting it in those 3 ways. Let's see. Product knowledge, of course, is going to be very important. Our products are what make our company wonderfully awesome and people super excited. That takes not that much time because we only have 16 products in our line. So you can become a pretty good expert fairly quickly by just investing a little bit of time. What I recommend is maybe you pick 1 product a week to really study. Maybe it's 2. I mean, it's up to you, whatever your time commitment level is. And just kind of get to know, watch videos about that product, read the ingredients, get to know it. And if you methodically do that and kind of set your plan back to that goal setting where you're writing down what your goals are, you'll quickly find that you understand the products enough to be able to talk about them comfortably and confidently without being an expert. I am in no way a product expert. I know little snippets about each of our products, and that does me just fine. 20 months later, I'm just fine not being a medical expert because it's just not my thing. So just take the responsibility to learn the products. One thing that you can never go wrong with, as you're recommending, is the Triplex combo. So our Triplex combo is our Slim, our ProBio, and our BioCleanse. That is going to be the foundation for really anybody that's looking for better health and also for weight loss. So you can't go wrong with the Triplex. And then I kind of think of that as the house, the foundation. And then you can kind of build upon that. So when you have a nice strong foundation, you can build upon it with Accelerator or Boost or Block or whatever it is that somebody needs. And of course, X Factor is really great too. So yeah. You can think about our products in 3 basic categories: health and wellness, weight loss, and then also chronic pain. Our chronic pain line is amazing. The fast relief line. So it's actually called, it's called Ease now. We just changed the name and changed the looks on all the bottles. But take some time to get to know, because you will find that's a whole different market that you can,
Oh, but you and I are the only ones that can see this. So why am I doing that?
We lost Kathy. I don't know. So we have this.
Never mind.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Right, so that's okay. So that's product knowledge. Okay, so as you're getting started, you might think, okay, I've just bought as an ambassador. What kind of investment should I make in my business? You definitely want to get your business cards ASAP. That's an inexpensive thing to do. You can get 250 business cards for $30. You can go to Etsy. You can go, I don't know, they're all over the place. You can go anywhere. You'll find Plexus clip art and cards anywhere. So get those. That makes you professional. It gives you something to be able to give somebody. You can even put them, in a card or in a note that you've written or whatever. So get your business cards. I recommend getting catalogs. You can order those in the back office. It's nice to have a catalog, especially if you're going to meet a friend for coffee. You can kind of present that catalog. It's a visual. You can kind of go through the catalog and show the pictures. I also like to send catalogs to customers. Because a lot of times they order online and they never see a catalog. So I like to send a catalog to my customers with a thank you note. And then that kind of helps with like I said, that foundation. If there's something else I want them to see, I'll put little sticky notes in it and say, I'd love for you to try the X Factor next month, something like that. And we talked about samples. You can get brochures, or you can attach a sample to your business card also. I think having Plexus apparel is really great because it's like a billboard. You can wear it out if you're going to a soccer game with your kids or you're going to preschool pickup or whatever. You got that Plexus shirt on. Lots of times people say, hey, what's Plexus? Or, oh, I've heard about that. What is that? So I've gotten a lot of conversations, a really great conversation starter. And then also join that website that I told you about that's $10 a month. So that's not a huge investment, but that kind of will get you started. Let's see, I got a couple more things for you guys. I know I'm getting tired. My voice is getting weak. Let's see. So we talked about how you're going to use Facebook to launch your business, and you're going to have people that are going to come to you, that are going to actually message you, and you're going to get some business. I also, this is huge, is make a list of people, and I say go through all of your Facebook lists, all of your old Christmas card list, all of your address books, church bulletins, preschool bulletins, any place that there's people that you have come in contact with in your life, and make a list of those people, okay? Those are people, and you're going to be amazed at how many people end up on that list. Y'all, I just recently redid my list after this many months, and I still have 353 people on my list that I've never contacted or have never shared Plexus with. You're going to be amazed at how many people that you know, and then sort of work through your list. And what we recommend doing is pick the top 10 out of those people, the top 10 people that you would absolutely love to be doing Plexus with, the kind of people that you want to be sitting on the beach in Maui when you go Emerald, sipping pina coladas, the kind of people that you want to go to leaders retreat with, like those people that maybe you just think would absolutely rock this and you want to be doing it, you want to lock arms with them. And those are your top 10, okay? And then you go to them. So you're not going to wait for them to come to you, but you actually go to them and say, I've started Plexus. I'm super excited about it. This may or may not be for you, but I would love for you to do it with me because you have an incredible network and everybody loves you and you've got a business savvy mind. Whatever it is that use that word because, and then affirm them. People like to be affirmed. So they're not going to tell you to go jump in a lake because you just gave them a great compliment, right? So you'd be surprised how many people say, yeah, sure, tell me more. And then there might be somebody that says, no, thank you, it's not for me. Of course, here's what I do when somebody tells me that. I say, well, let's make sure that you understand, you know what you're saying no to. And then we kind of have that. And I'm like, okay, if you really think you know what you're saying no to, then I'll let you go. But otherwise, let's keep the conversation rolling. But reach out to those people. That's really where I see people that really rock this business, or the people that are really proactive about sharing Plexus with others. And usually people appreciate it because they're just maybe too shy, or they just don't feel comfortable reaching out, but they're really glad when you come to them and say, yeah, I actually am interested. I'd love to talk more about it. Okay. So that's your list of 100. Do that. And I hope that you really do it. For a long time, people were telling me to do it. I'm like, oh, yeah. I'll get around to it. When I actually did it and started really reaching out to people, I really saw my business explode. So do that. Okay. So this is the last part of my little Plexus Wednesday 101. I have a few challenges for you guys.
Oh, no.
They're easy, though. So number one, you guys, is I challenge you to commit time. And really, it's not a lot of time. This business, you can work this business part-time, but you can't work this business sometimes to be successful. So initially, if you can carve out 30 minutes in your day to work and really focus on your Plexus business, and that might mean giving up a TV show, that might mean waking up a little bit early, that might mean not playing a game on your phone, whatever that looks like for you. Figure out, carve out 30 minutes in your day and include posting on your Facebook, planning your Facebook posts, following up with people in your potentials, and then also maybe watching a training video or becoming educated, like we talked about, the products and so forth. So that 30 minutes, if you can do an hour, if you can do more, then of course, the more time, the more successful you're going to be. But 30 minutes will absolutely get your business moving in the right direction. If you can use that 30 minutes for what we call income producing activities. Number two is please visit our team pages daily, because I think of that as sort of like the water cooler of what we do, because we're on our own. We're in our homes, you know, we're kind of on our own doing our own thing. And so when you come to the team page and you interact with the people on our team and you kind of see what's going on, it makes you feel like you're a part of our community. And it really, the support is really important to be successful, because if you don't have that support, it's very easy to kind of go off and get distracted and kind of forget about it and to lose your steam. So be engaged in the team pages. So that is my second challenge. And ask lots of questions. We love questions. Let's see. Oh, where's my papers? 8, 9. Oh, here we go. Number 3, be consistent with your products. We talked about that, because your success will be very crucial. Your success story is crucial, and share others in the meantime. And then my 4th challenge to you is simply draw your line in the sand. That was said to me early on in my Plexus journey. Draw your line in the sand, and once you step over the line, you just keep moving forward. You put your blinders on, and you achieve what you've set out to achieve. And by doing that, you will find that you are successful, and you do. And this is and it's an amazing journey. It's an amazing personal journey. And with that, I want to end. I always like to end my call with something. It's from Eric Worre's book, GoPro. I'm showing you it, Carolyn. I love this book. I highly recommend it. Eric Worre, GoPro, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional. It's the very last chapter. So I'll read something to you that really speaks volumes to me. Network marketing changed my life for the better because it forced me to become a better person. As a profession, we move products and services to the customers who want them, but our real purpose is much deeper. At its core, this profession is an incubator for personal growth. You'll learn how to face your fears. You'll learn how to solve problems. You'll learn how to feed your mind with positives and protect your mind from negatives. You'll learn how to grow stronger. You'll learn how to lead. When I first started out in this profession, I did almost everything out of fear. I was afraid I wouldn't succeed. I was afraid I was going to run out of prospects. I was afraid I was going to miss out on the opportunity. But over time, that fear went away. I decided to focus on myself and my skills instead of all the things I couldn't control. And then everything became clear. I learned the true secret of network marketing. The greatest benefit isn't getting what you want. The greatest benefit is what you'll need to become in order to get what you want. I learned what was always there and what has always passed down for the ages, down for the ages. The journey is everything. And I mocked it up. Like, I love it. I knocked up the last bit anyway, y'all. The journey is everything, and I'm super excited that Caitlin and Daisy and Carolyn, you guys are on this journey with me, and I'm absolutely here for you. Even though maybe we're a few levels removed, but we're on the same team, and I can't wait to see you all be successful. So keep in touch and go for it, you guys.
Thank you.